Tonight, State Governor calls for relentless prayers in order to maintain peace in Akwa Ibom, Nigeria. Akwa Ibom First Lady charges nursing mothers on sufficient breastfeeding of babies. Legislator Moses Essien praised for people-centered representative in Ibom State constituency. Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation announces introduction of new crude grade. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. So good to have you with us tonight. I am Miriam Ikbutu. The Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Minor has charged Christians to be relentless in praying for peace to prevail in the state as well as the nation. Governor Minor made the call Tuesday while declaring open the 49th and 14th Biennial Conference of the Methodist Church Nigeria, held at the Groves Memorial Methodist Cathedral in Ikorikpene local government area. A government house reporter, Tobi Mokun, has the details.
Represented by the Deputy Governor, Senator Akweneyahi, Governor Moino said regular intercessory prayers by the church would help to do station and take the nation to a desired destination. He commended the youth in Akwa Ibom for their maturity and peaceful disposition in the ongoing protest. Remarking on the theme of the conference, Rise and Build, the governor commended the leadership of the church in keeping faith with the vision of John Wesley towards advancing spiritual and social values in the society, noting that the theme of the conference was apt as it aligned with the Arise agenda of his administration.
The theme for the 2024 Synod Biennial Conference and aligns with the vision of the government of Akwa Ibom State. Arise agenda cuts across agri, rural development, infrastructure, security, education, and economy. The world is changing. We are the ones that will be in a position to sustain, to continue the battle, to continue the fight, so that the vision of our father, John Wesley, will not be in vain.
Earlier in his welcome address, the prelate of Methodist Church Nigeria, His Eminence Dr. Oliver Aliaba, said the church should be committed to the work of God in order to build the lives of the people spiritually and physically, and express appreciation to the governor for supporting the church.
Our team shows we are called to do these things and let others to join the Lord's workforce.
The conference featured presentation of gifts to the governor, prayer for the state and nation. Tobi Mokun, AKBC News.
Some nursing mothers in Akwa Ibom State have received financial support and gift packs from the wife of the governor, Pastor Patience Umoino, in commemoration of World Breastfeeding Week, which lasted between August 1 to 7, 2024. The First Lady distributed the gifts to over 500 nursing mothers selected across the 31 local government areas of the state at the event held at Government House Banquet Hall, Uyo. Margaret Bassey reports that the event had the theme, Closing the Gap, Break Records, Break Barriers, Feeding Support for All. The report.
The governor's wife commended nursing mothers who are committed to exclusively breastfeeding their babies, describing such dedication as an exhibition of great love, care, and selflessness. Pastor Patience placed her commitment to continue supporting breastfeeding mothers through sensitization and empowerment programs through her pet project Golden Initiative for All, GIFA. She said that Governor Moino is committed to ensuring that the healthcare facilities in the state are well equipped to provide proper care to nursing mothers across the state.
I firmly believe that every child deserves a healthy start, and breastfeeding is a vital part of this journey. Hence, my commitment to supporting breastfeeding mothers in our state through programs like this that provides a platform for breastfeeding mothers to connect with each other, gain knowledge, and build a stronger community of women who understand that breast milk is a gift from God that provides optimal nutrition and boosts immunity.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Dr. Inia Diakman, noted that breastfeeding is essential as it highlights a wider thought for the future and health for children. Dr. Diakman stated that the state government has made provisions for laws and policies to favor breastfeeding mothers who are interested in raising healthy and wealthy children with best practices, urging the women to implement the lessons learned.
Her Excellency is interested in raising healthy and wealthy children for the state. Health goes with wealth. Wealth experience, because if a child is not healthy, then the child will not be able to tap from his or her environment.
Presenting a keynote address on breastfeeding, Dr. Christy Akwawo said the week, which is marked from 1st to 7th of August every year, advocates for breastfeeding as the ideal food for all infants, which contains antibodies to protect the child, especially when they are fed exclusively and done as often as possible. Dr. Akwawo mentioned benefits of breastfeeding to include faster postpartum recovery, increases the bond between mother and child, reduces the risk of high blood pressure, breast and ovarian cancers, help the child to build strong immunity, cost effective, also serves as a natural population control method.
Breastfeeding is ideal for infants because it is safe, it is clean, and it contains antibodies which help protect against many common childhood illnesses.
Goodwill messages were received from representative of ACUS, Dr. Awak, and that of World Health Organization, Dr. Nweke Clement. They commended the wife of the governor for her initiatives, saying it is aimed at nurturing the health and well-being of children and investment into the future generation.
ACUS as an indigenous organization is committed to partnering with the state government.
High points of the event were the demonstration on proper breastfeeding techniques and presentation of the gift packs to nursing mothers who appreciated the governor's wife for her kind gesture. Margaret Bassi, AKBC News.
Speaker Udeme has paid tributes to the Bionibom State Constituency representative in the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Mr. Moses Essien, for a people-centered representation. Speaker Tong was speaking at the community hospital, Ikoruba Utrobio, in the Bionibom local government area, where he declared open a one-week free medical outreach sponsored by Mr. Moses Essien for his constituents. Legislative Affairs reporter Oyo Koswa completes the story.
While acknowledging the harsh realities occasioned by the Nigerian economy, Speaker Otong noted that sponsoring a comprehensive health outreach, including surgeries, is capital intensive. He described the Ibionibum lawmaker as one of the most vibrant in the 8th Assembly and commended him for always prioritizing and advocating the betterment of his constituency and the welfare of his people. Speaker Otong was represented by the State Constituency Representative, Mr. Lawrence Udoide.
The economy of Nigeria, we all know the situation that we are in. There are some people who are not supposed to die, but they die because of no money to buy malaria drugs or typhoid drug. And so today, Moses is saying, from the little I know, he has put money in the pocket of some people in the Ibionibum local government area. And of course he knows that he decided to bring this program that will be beneficiary to thousands of Ibionibum people. And I think it should be appreciated.
Speaking of the flag off, the sponsor of the outreach and chairman House Committee on Health, Mr. Moses Essien, said the gesture was part of activities to mark his first year as a state legislator. He also said it was in support of the Arise agenda of the Moino administration and thanked the partners for assisting him to cater for the health needs of his people.
Health is wealth, and so I consider it a priority to render these free medical services to help my people and giving back to the society for sending me to the House of Assembly.
The paramount ruler of Ibionibum local government area, Edidim Ime Udosorinyang, conveyed the gratitude of the constituency.
Moses is in Fenemi. Aku never young in the show.
Aspects covered by the free medical outreach include general surgeries, blood pressure checks and treatment, blood sugar check and treatment, deworming of children, malaria rapid diagnostic testing and treatment, HIV testing and counseling. Others are eye checks and provision of eyeglasses and medical consultations. The outreach will be rounded off on Friday, August 9, 2024. Uyoko Uswa, AKBC News.
The Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Moino, has felicitated an indigene of the state, Yaisien Anietum, on her elevation to the position of a Deputy Comptroller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service. A release signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Keretudo, congratulated her for being the first Akwa Ibom person to attain the position in the Nigerian Immigration Service. Governor Ino described her as a product of hard work, discipline, and diligence in the course of service to her fatherland, and also lauded her for exhibiting the can-do Akwa Ibom spirit. And still to come, Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation announces introduction of new crude grade. This and more when we return. Stay with us.
This is our home, where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's all man and you know, we go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we be. Akwa Ibom, you know, it's all man and you know. No matter where we day, we are one. Let's live together in peace and harmony.
So good to have you back. A nursery, primary and secondary citadel of learning, Diplomats Academy, located off Idoro Road, Uyo, has held its end-of-year celebration. The event, which held at the school sports ground, featured awards of certificates to graduating students, as well as recognition of outstanding staff of the academy. The report.
Activities marking the celebration of the end of 2023-2024 academic session started with a carnival float through major streets of Uyo metropolis. The principal consultant to the academy, Professor Isaac Ayondele, in his speech at the event commended staff and parents of the school who, in spite of economic challenges in the country, remain committed to the educational advancement of their children, while soliciting support from the parents and stakeholders of the school. Professor Ayondele congratulated the pupils and students who performed creditably in the just concluded Abacus Mathematics competition and 2024 JAM examinations.
To appreciate our beloved parents, in spite of the state of the economy, in spite of the state of the nation, you are able to celebrate your children. And because you have done this, may you all remain celebrities in Jesus' name. Over the years, we've enjoyed your cooperations, your support. Even in the midst of challenges, you've been able to stand by us. We appreciate you so much.
The principal of the academy, Mr. Godwin Obod, in his welcome remarks, said the school attained the feat in academic performance through the commitment of staff, the support of parents, and dedication of the pupils and students. On her part, the head teacher, Mrs. Sisong Achibong, also applauded parents for the encouragement and participation in the activities of the day, assuring that the school has begun admission into the 2024-2025 academic session.
It tells you that it's a result of the commitment of the staff, and the children have worked so hard so far to come to this point.
The Director, Administration of the Diplomat Academy, Elder Fidelis Utubemabasi, appreciated members for turning up for the event and commended the staff and students for ending the session in a sound note. The Best Graduating Students 2023-2024 academic session, Mfoniso Anefia Udoro, and a pupil in the school, has this to say.
I realized that the discipline I have received here will last me throughout the lifetime.
Very nice and interesting.
Pupils and students of the academy participated in various activities, including march past, dance, newscast, fashion parade, among others.
Learn how to spell. I'm a doctor. I treat the sea.
High points of the events were presentation of gifts to best graduating students, staff, crowning of Diplomat Academy, King and Queen.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited has announced the introduction of Otapet crude oil blend, a new crude oil grade into the international crude oil market. Located offshore Akwa Ibom State, Otapet's current crude oil production is at 28,000 barrels per day, with potentials to increase it to 50,000 barrels per day. Spanish oil giant Repsol won the tender for the initial cargo of 950,000 barrels of new crude blend, which is comparable to the much sought after Amenam crude. The addition of the new crude oil grade to others at the market comes at the time the country is making efforts to grow its oil production to 2 million barrels per day in a bid to shore up revenue. The chief executive of the Nigeria Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, Benga Komolefe, had recently disclosed that the country's average daily production stood at 1.61 million barrels per day as of July 23. Komolefe revealed that the House of Representatives Special Committee's two-day public investigative hearing on oil theft and losses. Following the recent disorder in a number of cities in the United Kingdom, British High Commissioner for Nigeria, Richard Montgomery, has assured the large diaspora population of Nigerians in the UK of their safety and security. The British High Commissioner told the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission NIDCOM, Abike Dabiri Erewa, during a meeting in Abuja. The envoy said 12 towns in total were affected by the disorder. The British envoy emphasized that the United Kingdom is home to people of different countries and races and will remain liberal to qualified persons to live, school, and work in. He also emphasized that the UK will seek justice against those who incite acts of hatred and disinformation online. Dr. Montgomery equally informed that about 430,000 visa applications by Nigerians were successful this year, while advising visa applicants to apply by themselves and be circumspect of agents. On her part, the NIDCOM boss Abike Dabiri Arewa applauded the UK government for their timely intervention in the UK riot, particularly the arrest made so far. She reminded Nigerians of the travel advisory issued by Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and advised Nigerians in the UK to stay safe and be cautious of their surroundings. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has decried military takeover in some West African countries, saying it has created unintended consequences and threatened democratic values in the region. He spoke at the 42nd Ordinary Meeting of the ECOWAS Committee of Chiefs of Defense Staff in Abuja today. General Musa said the threat of military takeover must be destroyed, adding that it negates the core values and responsibilities of the military profession. He added that in democratic countries, the military must uphold democratic values in line with the principles of their constitutions. Also, the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Abubakar, and his Foreign Affairs counterpart, Yusuf Tunga, challenged the service chiefs from the regional bloc to tackle terrorism through effective collaboration to combat illicit movement of small arms and light weapons in West African sub-region. The meeting, held at the defense headquarters in Nigeria's capital city Abuja, has regional security as one of its agenda. At the time, the bloc is considering the establishment of a force that will counter security challenges. Of the 15 defense chiefs expected at the meeting, those of Cape Verde, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, and Togo were absent. And now sports. Toby Amoson, the 100-meter hurdles world record holder, is set to embark on her highly anticipated quest for an Olympic medal at the Paris 2024 Games. Despite her impressive collection of medals from various competitions, including the World Championship, Commonwealth Games, African Championship, African Games, and Diamond League, an Olympic medal has eluded her. Amoson's Olympic journey began in 2016 at the Rio Games, where she reached the semi-finals. Also on Wednesday, Samuel Ogazi, the 18-year-old history maker, will compete in the men's 400 meters final. At the first Nigerian to reach this stage since Innocent Ebunike's heroic at the Seoul's 1988 Games. Ogazi aims to set new records and potentially secure a podium finish. Other Nigerian athletes in action on Wednesday include Nathaniel Ezekiel, Udodi Onwuzurike, and Eli Onujovevo, who will compete in the men's 400 meters hurdles, men's 200 meters, and women's 400 meters final events, respectively. Edose Ibadan will be competing in the men's 800 meter event. Nigeria's The Tigress is also facing the United States in the women's basketball quarterfinals. That's the package tonight, but just before we go another look at the top stories. The Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Minor, has charged Christians to be relentless in praying for peace to prevail in the state as well as the nation. Governor Minor met the call Tuesday while declaring open the 49th and 14th Biennial Conference of the Methodist Church Nigeria, held at the group's Memorial Methodist Cathedral in Ikorekpene local government area. Some nursing mothers in Akwa Ibom State have received financial support in gift packs from the wife of the governor, Pastor Patience Umoino, in commemoration of World Breastfeeding Week, which lasted between August 1 to 7, 2024. Speaker Udemotong has paid tributes to the Bionibom State Constituency representative in the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Mr. Moses Essien, for a people-centered representation. That's a package tonight. We thank you so much for joining us and wish you some sweet dreams. Good night.